Sweetheart, you don't have a clutter problem. You have a throwing it all away sounds violent problem. Let's talk. I'm answering every single one, with jokes, because that's how the medicine goes down. Y'all, I tried to be a minimalist once. One time. I watched a documentary where a woman held up a spatula, whispered, "Thank you for your service," and set it free like it was a soldier coming home from war. And I thought, that's me. That's my new personality. I'm gonna own 11 things and a single sad plant. So I marched into my kitchen full of purpose, held up my second favorite mug, and said, "Do you spark joy?" And that mug looked me dead in the ceramic and said, "Margo, you got me at a gas station in Tulsa during the worst week of your life, and I have never once let you down." I put the mug back. I apologized. I lit a candle. Because here's what nobody tells you about the throw it all away gospel. It treats keeping things like a moral failure. Like if your closet isn't a white, empty box that echoes, you're basically a raccoon with a leash. And I'm here to tell you, that's a lie, sweetheart. A well-lit, beautifully photographed lie. So let me tell you about the guilt. The special, modern guilt of not being ruthless. I've got a friend. We'll call her Denise because that is her name and she'll forgive me. And Denise spent all of 2025 feeling like a bad person because she couldn't get rid of her stuff. Not junk, not trash, stuff that mattered. Her dad's flannel shirt, her kids' finger paintings that look like crime scenes, but she loves them. A box of birthday cards from people who aren't here to send them anymore. And every organizing video told her the same thing. Let it go. Release it. You don't need the object to keep the memory. And she'd sit on her floor, holding her dad's shirt, sobbing, Googling, "Why can't I throw this away? What is wrong with me?" Nothing. Nothing was wrong with her. Here's the truth the algorithm skipped. There's a difference between a house that's crowded and a heart that's full. Denise didn't have too much stuff. Denise had grief with nowhere to sit. And every video screaming, "Purge it all," was basically handing a crying woman a trash bag and calling it healing. That's not decluttering, baby. That's just abandonment with good lighting. Okay, let's actually unpack the questions y'all are typing at 1 a.m. I'm gonna give it to you straight, and then I'm gonna give it to you with feeling. Do I have to be a minimalist to be organized? No, absolutely not. Minimalism is a style, not a scoreboard. Organized just means everything you own has a home and you can find it without a search party. You can be organized with 40 things or 4,000 things. Organized is about knowing where it is, not about how little you have. A library isn't cluttered. A library is organized on purpose. Is it okay to keep sentimental clutter? Yes. Say it with me. Yes. It is completely okay to keep things that matter to your heart. The only rule is, keep it on purpose, not by accident. Sentimental things deserve a shelf, a box, a spot with dignity. Not the bottom of a drawer you're scared to open. If it matters, honor it. Don't bury it. What is intentional ownership? Oh, this is the good one. This is the 2026 trend that's actually just wisdom in a cute outfit. Intentional ownership means you keep what you love and use, on purpose, instead of either hoarding everything or throwing everything away in a panic. It's the middle path. It's you deciding, "I choose this," instead of your stuff just happening to you. It's ownership with a spine. How do I declutter without regret? Slow down. Regret comes from speed. Go one category at a time and ask a better question than, "Does this spark joy?" Ask, "Would I miss this or would I miss the feeling?" Keep what you genuinely reach for. And here's the trick nobody says out loud. If you're not sure, you don't have to decide today. Undecided is a valid answer. Put the maybes somewhere safe and let future you, calmer you, make the call. Why does throwing things away give me anxiety? Because you're not throwing away an object. Your brain thinks you're throwing away the memory attached to it, or a version of yourself, or a person you loved. That anxiety isn't dysfunction, sweetheart. That's love with no filing system. Your nervous system is trying to protect something precious. The answer isn't to force it. The answer is to give that feeling a safe place to land so it stops guarding the door. What's the difference between clutter and keepsakes? Ooh, here's the whole episode in one sentence. Clutter is stuff you're avoiding. Keepsakes are stuff you're honoring. Same shirt, different relationship. If it's shoved in a pile because you can't deal with it, that's clutter. If it's kept somewhere on purpose because it means something, that's a keepsake. The object doesn't change, you do. So no, you don't have to get rid of everything to feel organized. You have to get intentional. There's a difference, and the difference is the whole game. Now here's where everybody gets stuck. Because there seem to be only two options, right? Option 1, throw it away, feel like a monster. Option 2, keep it in your house, tripping over it until your hallway becomes an obstacle course of grief and Christmas decorations. Throw it away or drown in it. That's the whole menu. But sweetheart, there's a third option. There's always a third option. You can keep it without living on top of it. You can honor the thing without letting the thing run your square footage. Denise's dad's flannel doesn't belong in the trash, but it also doesn't need to sit in a bin blocking her closet door, ambushing her every morning. It needs a home, a real one, where it's safe, it's kept, it's hers, and it's not in the way of her actual life. That's what a YourWay storage unit really is. Not a place you dump the stuff you feel guilty about, a place your keepsakes get to live with dignity while your Tuesday gets to breathe. The seasonal stuff, the sentimental stuff, the I'm not ready and that's allowed stuff. It goes somewhere safe, priced simple, and your home stops being a warehouse for your feelings. You're not getting rid of everything. You're just giving the important things room and giving yourself the space to actually see your own life again. That's not hoarding. That's not purging. That's intentional ownership with a lock on the door. Listen, you don't need a spatula funeral to be a functional adult. You just need a little space between you and the stuff you're not ready to face yet. Because peace doesn't come from an empty house, it comes from an unclenched heart. And sometimes the kindest thing you can do for your grief is give it its own address. Got emotional baggage? We've got units. Because peace deserves space, and you deserve a home that holds your life instead of hoarding it. When life gets messy, store it your way. Head to yourwaystorage.com and book yours in 60 seconds, which is less time than you've spent avoiding this decision. The price you see is the price you pay, sweetheart, because your peace deserves square footage, not another year in the garage. So go on now. When life gets messy, store it your way.